please.
Anadolu Ajansı Hilmi Sever. Kerem, öncelikle başarılar tabii ki yarın için.
Teşekkürler.
Polonya'da da röportaj yapmıştık. Şimdi
Well, Kerem, first of all, congratulations. We had an interview in Poland, so we will go on with the questions. Of course, we had some. I would like to concern what you're going to say about the Georgian match shortly. I'm also concerned about the goal you scored. When you start to run after you score a goal, everyone was just behind you. When you start to run to the stand, and everybody had a good passion. What would you like to say about it? So I'm joking. I missed it 3 times on the way, and after you, as you mentioned, the journey, it's been a long way. I'm just running the bench, you know, the subs players are running behind me. I was running through. It was looking an easy but very stressful goal I scored because everyone was expecting, all the Turkey was expecting me to score. I was feeling it before it. It was easy but very remarkable, very significant goal for our country. We should have started. We should have take a good start, and I'm very happy, very satisfied with 3 points. But also I scored the goal. But the goal has no any meaning than 3 points. I should say.
Next question belongs to TRT, Turkiye, the broadcaster of the Turkish. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Do we have gentlemen or ladies from TRT?
From the front.
First row here, please. Front row. Yeah, gentleman, third from the right. Please.
Erhan Seven, TRT Spor. Sevgili Kerem, mutlaka planlar
Dear
yapılmış
Kerem,
gündür. O planlarda,
of course, you have been planning for 3 days. I will ask this question to our coach as well. What is our expectation from this goal? Not to defeat, not to have any defeat, or we have expectation not to lose a game? What would you like to say about that? Well, I would never know any team would go to the pitch to not to win the game. I'm thinking the same way. I believe that we get prepared very well. We know that we have some lack as well after we analyze the first match. We know that what Portugal did. We had been analyzing what Portugal had done. Our main objective is to win the game, and we would like to leave the pitch as you know, as team who got 6 points in the end of the day.
Yes, and now the questions from the press conference room. Please raise your hand. One question only for a player, and first question. Let's go.
Lütfen hocamıza soruları yöneltmeden önce oyuncumuz için sadece birer soru ve lütfen elinizi kaldırın. Well, Kerem, first of all, good luck for the match. Of course, we know your big performance from Galatasaray. You played tough game. Actually, you liked to play this kind of match. What is the passport you think? So, which psychology should the national team remain for the tomorrow's match against Portugal? Well, what I think as a tournament, as a team, the passion is the biggest key for us. If we keep patience, if we don't hurry up, because if we go to the crucial match, we unfortunately lost our nervous, and you know the Turkish people naturally, personally, I'm thinking that we are nervous, we are a very excited nation. We want that the things should happen in a quickest way. I want also the thing should happen in quickest way, but this type of a crucial game is the passion. The key of this kind of the match is the passion. You know, we show everyone what we did so far. Maybe in terms of the game, we really created scoring chances, very remarkable, very significant scoring chances in the final third. The passion will be also the key in tomorrow's games too. If we keep passion, if we stick loyal our coach philosophy onto the pitch, there will no any chance not to have any point there. So we're gonna get it done.
Yes, next question belongs to the gentleman in the first row, please.
First of all, congrats. 2 games had been played in the group stage. 60% possession Turkey on the field.
%25'e Çekya var. İki farklı
But
karakter
Czechia
maç.
Portugal match 75 possession, 75% possession, 25 person possession for Czech national team. You're supposed to play as winger. I believe. Do you believe that there will be new review? And how do you compare, tactical system with the two teams? Do you think personal or as a team? So, personal opinion or yes, personal opinion. Well, sure, team defending in this kind of big tournament, one of the best factor. If we, receive the scoring chances in the first game, we got some problems, sure, against Georgia. But Portugal game, we will have a different tactical philosophy, and that's why we have to defend much better than we played against Georgia. So I'm one of the players who, contribute team defending. It doesn't seem a lot, but I so many times come down to help my teammates in defending way. There will be a game, a very important match, very difficult match in terms of defending. Hopefully, we will reflect it to the pitch in the best way, and hopefully we will get it done.
The microphone travels in the middle of the room. Please, next question, and then the floor is yours.
Hi, there's a question for the coach. It's Steve from AP. You were a sort of world-class striker who retired when you were sort of 33, 34. How amazed are you that Cristiano Ronaldo is still at the level he is when he's 39? And are you surprised he's kind of still around after what happened to him in Qatar when he was dropped and he's come back to still be the captain and the leader of Portugal?
I'm sorry, that was a question for the head coach?
Coach.
We would like to have a first questions to the player. Can we keep this question as a first one for the head coach? Because we need to release the player a little bit earlier, right? So we move on further. Please, here, the lady in front. But this question will be first for Mr. Montella afterwards, please.
TRT Spor Ezgi Sütçü. Hazırlık sürecimiz biraz öğretici geçmişti bizim açımızdan.
Friendly games, we learned a lot. It's very significant to win the first game in this group stage. How effect did you get from this match?
Bizi biraz tabii ki moral motivasyon olarak biraz düşürmüştü ama
Of course, we had some low spirit after some defeating before tournament. So we were aware of we could change the situation in the positive way with the win against Georgia, and we did it. We have anyway very good friendship, very good spirit in dressing room. Everyone is close to age, everyone is in the same, almost in the same. That's why we are, spending a good time. Of course, we have some, stable atmosphere. We have a very nice comradeship. We won the first game. Nothing is ended yet. Everything is just starting. But if we win, after the win, there will be something very different atmosphere, not only for the team but also for the country, because our country, Turkey, needs it. And we will hopefully show everything what we have a responsibility on our shoulders in terms of our country.
Seyhan Şaşko, Bein Sports. Şimdiye kadar Avrupa Şampiyonalarında 3 maçta da
So far in championships, all 3 games, we lost all the 3 goals and we were not able to score even goals against them. Are you following this kind of statistic, and is that affecting your performance? So it's been a great atmosphere in the last game. What would you like to say about the fans, supporting, quite unusual support of the fans? What would you like to say about that? Well, so we know because you are telling it's not a good statistic not to win, not to score a goal against them. It was not a nice result, and we were eliminated in the elimination journey before group stage in the last tournament. It couldn't efficient us. If the big players, if top players cannot be able focus on the football, but focusing this kind of bad statistic, not only for me, but also I'm thinking for my teammates. I cannot be able to stand by and help the teammate. So tomorrow's match, very significant match, very crucial, not only for national team but also for all the country. About the atmosphere, it's been a quite unusual support. I mentioned the same statement to a broadcaster, to RT, the same thing. We are the team, if we stand by together, if we stick together, if no one off the field affect us, we don't allow anyone. As far as we stick together, we, do everything. When we see the people cheering in the, coffee on the street or anywhere else on social media, we are being much happier. Everyone was right in the stand, in the stadium, and tomorrow everyone will be white, totally white. I hope we can make them also white with the win. We know, we are aware, we realize of our responsibility on the shoulders, but we are the team who can show our performance in the best way, and I hope we reflect it tomorrow. So I expect
Yes, and the final two questions for a player, please. Who has?
Lütfen oyuncumuz için son iki.
Let's go maybe to the left side, the gentleman fourth row. Yes.
Teşekkürler. Övünç Özlem, Sokrates Dergi YouTube kanalı. Kerem başarılar. Gürcistan'dan sonra Portekiz'de 3 takım oynayacak.
Good luck.
11'de başladığının senaryosunda ve oynama senaryosunda karşında Mendes, Pepe Ruben Diaz
So
karşılayacak. Sizi
they will
kırmaklar
also
biraz daha
play
zor olacak
with
orta
three
sahaya.
defenders comparing
Dört
with
savunma olduğu için Türkiye'de
Georgian.
çok buna alışık
So
değilsiniz. Daha
very
çok dört
important
savunmada
players of
karşı
Portugal
oynuyorsunuz.
national
Bunun
team. You are
planında
not used to
kendi
see
oyun
three
sistemi için
defenders
avantajlı
in
dezavantajlı.
Turkey. Is that an advantage for you or disadvantage for you? Because you are not used to play against such team who play with three defenders. I haven't played yet so far in the scenario what you're telling. We're supposed to be ready. I supposed to be ready as well, because during the week we prepared very well. As we get prepared as national team against Georgian, we get prepared also for the Portugal match, because we will know that the Portugal team play with three defenders. I'm sorry. He's saying Czech Republic. So over these three teams, we evaluate the three, teams, all the three teams in the group stage. That's why everyone is competent for his own job. Of course, there is no any team, so many teams in Turkey who play with three defenders. So I could get a personal problem maybe against three defenders. Sometimes they play three. Sometimes a team play three. Sometimes a team play with five. A team play with six. You should be ready for against any team. If we get a good scoreline over our opponents, so we can let them change their tactical system in defending way. But much important is to show everything what we get prepared for, and hopefully we get 3 points.
The final question for a player goes also to the gentleman
Kerem
next to. He was first
için lütfen son sorumuzu alalım. Elini kaldırıyor lütfen.
İsmailer Hürriyet Gazetesi. 2002'den bu yana Dünya Kupası'nda dünya üçüncülüğü kazanan milli takımdan sonra en heyecanlı,
national team who awarded as third World Cup third,
milli takım izledik. Bu genç
for first time after 2002, we have seen national team who reflect the emotions to Turkish people. They are really excited for the new Turkey. We shouldn't be unfair. 2008 we had also third in the Europe Championships, because while I was watching television, the Turkey became third. I was dreaming to be here. Of course, we remember. It's near. If we go to past 2002, 2008, we want to change this opinion, because we are hunger for the success. And unfortunately, we have not been doing well in the last tournaments. As you mentioned, the generation who achieved the first. I believe that we have another role on the shoulders, of course, because we are a qualitative team. We are really a team which has a very important and qualitative players. I have a lot of dreams, but I don't want to mention it. I don't want to tell it now, because it can decrease my mood. We have an important exam, Portugal match. If we pass Portugal match successfully, we will think for the next step. If we think step by step, I believe that we can get it done. We will achieve. If we make the fans feel that this new generation would make a new big success, we will be much happier, and hopefully we will get it done all together.
Yes, thank you for translation as well. And with this, we would like to finish our first part of the press conference. Teşekkür ederim for Kerem Akturkoglu. We wish you the good luck tomorrow. And we continue now with the Vincenzo Montella questions. And the gentleman was asking the question. Let's return back to him in the middle, and then we continue.
Sì, la ricordo, me la sono segnata.
Hatırlıyorum.
Yes, I remember the question. No, I'm not surprised by Ronaldo. He's a great professional player. He's a model. There was a season, he scored over 50 goals, and throughout his history, he never settled for his successes, individual successes, the Ballon d'Ors, and this mentality, this professionalism has taken him to play at these levels, and he's still a key player at his age, and that's remarkable.
Yes, translation is finished. And next question, Anadolu Agency. If you are here, please ask your question, and then we continue.
Sometimes I have to add also something.
Yes, if there is some kind of details that needs to be translated properly, we have a translator to finalize the thought. Please.
Thank you. No, it's okay.
It's okay now? We can continue. Please, Anadolu Agency.
Hilmi Sever Anadolu Ajansı. Yarın için başarılar öncelikle.
For tomorrow's match, Leo had statement. Roberto Martinez said the same thing. Czech team defended, as back as they could do, and he changed our tactical system. Turkey is a team who play much vertical, and it could be an advantage for us. What do you think about this? It could be an advantage for you if Turkey play much vertical.
What the coach said is true. Sometimes, although sometimes you might not say what you actually think. We must think about our own match. We must think of our own identity. We must think of our assets and their assets. We know where we have to improve. We must try to reduce, to fight off their strong points. I expect the team to play in an orderly manner, to be patient, but we must be compact. There must be unity, because we have players who can go vertical between the different segments, and that is very important. So our intention is that to focus on ball possession, because Portugal is used to ball possession a lot, and I would like for us to keep the ball more than them. That would make them uneasy, possibly.
Now we will specify some details, please.
Hocamızın cevabı şu şekilde. Bazen hocaların dedikleri
The answer of the head coach was sometimes what the coach said doesn't reflect what he thinks. So that's why we will focus on our performance. And after we show our performance, we will try to do our job in the best way. As Kerem said, we have to be patient in terms of showing our performance. Of course, we want to keep possession as well, because Portugal always want to keep possession. When opponent team keep possession, they get disturbed, So we are playing, so we go on our plan.
Yes, next question belongs to the gentleman, third row. The floor is yours.
Buonasera Vincenzo, Paolo Tomaselli, Corriere della Sera. Volevo chiederti...
Vincenzo, Corriere della Sera. Arda Guler scores every time he takes a shot, and he scored in his debut match. This is a very difficult match. It's hard to manage to handle such a young player in such an important tournament, but is he phenomenal? Well, actually, his percentage is impressive. If you look at the shots he has and how many goals he scores, 1 goal every 3 shots. That's a huge percentage. It's not a problem to manage him, to handle him. If there's a strong player, a good player, it's never a problem. Unfortunately, physically, he's not 100% fit. He's not doing so well. So we will decide whether to field him tomorrow only at the last minute, because he's not 100% now. I hope to have him, however.
Şimdi şöyle, evet, yüzdesi çok yüksek bir futbolcu şutlarda.
Well, his percentage is high level. When you see the goal, you can expect from him to score goal. This kind of player managing not difficult for me. He has, some short exhausted to get right. We will discuss with him tomorrow, and we will decide with him together
Bizim ikinci maçımız.
if we will
O yüzden,
play
riski de
tomorrow in the
hesaplayarak
starting
ona
lineup.
göre karar
And it's
vereceğiz.
our second match, so we will plan for our risk and we will decide together if we could start in starting 11 or not.
Yes, we move to the right side of the room. Gentlemen on the third row, please, and then we come closer a little bit. Yes, I promise.
Congrats, coach, for the 3 points, and congrats of being part of the most entertaining game of the competition so far. You mentioned having the possession and deprive the Portuguese team from the ball. Last game you shared, you had the largest share of possession. However, Georgia, which were playing their very first match in the Euro, shot 14 shots. 11 of them came from inside the box. Do you agree the defensive shape and tactic of the Turkish team needs some urgent amendments and changes? Otherwise, the team will suffer because they are facing high-quality strikers who can put the ball at the back of the net.
No, sono d'accordo che bisogna fare una fase difensiva migliore.
I agree that we must improve
necessariamente
in
sui
defense.
difensori, quindi
Not necessarily we must change defenders. The defensive phase begins from the attackers. So we must do this constantly throughout the match because Portugal has some formidable strikers. And when I say the team must play in an orderly manner and be compact, that's what I meant. We must play as one. The several departments must move together. The defense begins from the attack.
Yeah, just a second. We are finalizing translation.
Kesinlikle katılıyorum. Daha iyi bir defansif duruşa
Sure, I agree with you. We should have better defensive mentality, and we have to start talking about with our defensive players. You know, it's much important to do it compact, as you know, as we can do it in defensive way, as you expect. So we will not have any defensive problem as we do it if we stand by together. If we install our defensive system much better, we know that we have a better players who can get it much better.
Şunu da eklemek lazım. Biz 22 kere şut attık. Onlar 12 kere.
So I have to add, we shoot 22, they're just 11 in the game.
The finishing translation, and now floor is yours, please.
TRT Spor Ezgi Sütçü. Öncelikle başarılar diliyorum.
First of all, good luck.
Olduğunu söyledi hocamız. Aynı zamanda
You said that Arda get tired. Kahveci, we know his excuses as well, and everyone. If a part of these two players, every player in your squad are ready to play 100% for the Portugal match?
Yes, we must evaluate only him. Everyone else is okay. Someone else will not be there, but everyone else is fit.
Next question belongs to the lady in the middle. You want to translate?
Yeah, he didn't translate. So, yeah. Evet, kendisi ufak bir yorgunluk belirtisinde bulundu. Sonrasında İrfan Can'ı biliyorsunuz kadroda maalesef olmayacak şimdilik. Diğer bütün futbolcularımız hazır net bir şekilde.
Microphone can go here, but please wait a second. Yes, please. And then I promise we go to the Portuguese media here in the front, please.
Başarılar diliyorum öncelikle. Avrupa Şampiyonaları tarihinde ilk defa kazanarak başladık. Bu galibiyet
For the first time in the history of Turkish Football Federation, we get started with the win.
Maçta kazanma özgüveni veriyor mu? Teşekkür ederim.
So, is that giving you much confidence enough to win after you started with 3 points? What is your chance against Portugal team?
No, è un dato statistico, siamo fieri di questo, ma va dimenticato, noi la dobbiamo conquistare ancora.
That's statistics. It's good, but we must forget about that. We must look at the qualification, we must qualify, and this goes through tomorrow's match. And I always tell the players, I tell myself, that celebrate too much is not good, because it makes you lose concentration, it makes you lose contact with reality. So the fans can celebrate, they can rejoice, but the players, they must be enthusiastic, yes. You must be confident, yes. But not celebrate too much. But you must be enthusiastic, because this can drive you give you that extra kick.
Questions, please.
Şu şekilde istatistiksel bir veri olduğunu biliyoruz. Sadece
So we know that statistical data, we just know statistical data. So we're just focusing on the tomorrow's match. If you look at, of course, our fans, they are enthusiastic. They can have dream in the biggest way. But we are, conversely, so we have to keep our feet on the ground, because if you just think, if you consider with celebration, then you go far away from the reality. You have to stay focused on the reality. We will do everything correctly in terms of, we will try to do everything correctly to show our performance, and we will stay on the pitch
so
to
next two questions first,
show
gentlemen
our
in the
thing.
first row, and then fourth row in the middle. And then I will see and make sure you have the question.
Tchau, Nuno Luz, da televisão portuguesa, SIC. Gostava de lhe perguntar
I'd like to
qual
ask,
será a sua visão do jogo da manhã? Qual será a chave para poder
how are
derrubar a
you
equipa
looking
portuguesa?
at the
Como é
game
que a
tomorrow?
Turquia se vai
What's the
apresentar
key to bring down
em campo?
Portugal, to defeat Portugal? How will Turkey position itself on the pitch?
Ti ha mandato Martinez. Dillo.
Martinez mi yolladı seni.
Bisogna fare un gol più degli avversari per vincere.
Well, we must score one goal more than our opponents to win.
Kazanmak için.
No, la chiave, dai, non è a parte essere
Well, the key is to be united, to play as one, to always be concentrated, to focus on ball possession as much as possible, and not giving them spaces on the pitch, because they're very fast. As the colleague was saying, they've got defenders, but they can also build up the action. Even if it's a central defender, even if it's a three-man defense. We know what Portugal does, what they tend to do, and we must try to cause problems to them by focusing on the elements which we think can cause problems.
Başlıyorum. Yarının anahtarı tabii ki de kompakt oyun.
Tomorrow's key, compact game, so we will not give any space for opponent. If we don't lose tomorrow, if the opponent, they can stay with three defenders. If they want, they can they can play with formation of three defenders. We know how they build up the play from the back. They are really building up the play from the back in the strongest way, in the strong way. So we respond in the same way because we analyze them, and we know their weakness, and we will try to use their weakness and we try to show our performance as we want.
In the fourth row in the middle was raising his hand, please. Your question next.
Necati Kola, fikir turu. Öncelikle Sayın Montella'ya ve Türk milli
First
takımına
of all,
başarılar diliyorum.
good luck for Mr. Montella and national team.
En fazla teknik direktör İtalya'dan. Sayın Montella
So in the tournament, clearly all the tournament's team clearly have more Italian teams, Italian coaches than any. So are you dreaming to be successful in the final period of the tournament? Where do you see yourself as a coach?
Noi pensiamo partita per partita, sogno.
Well, we go match by match.
Per la prossima partita, provare a vincere la prossima
we
partita.
work on the next match. That's what we must think about. We must think about qualifying, and then we'll think about anything else that might come. I have the Turkish flag in my heart right now, and that's the only thing that is in my heart.
Verified. Let's go further. Next question, gentleman, first row, right side, please.
Fatih Doğan, TRT Spor. 2 gündür Portekiz kampındaydım. Önce Jota'nın basın toplantısına katıldım. Bugün de Leao
I was in, sessions. I attempted in Martinez press conference.
Türkiye'nin attığı şutlardan ya da girdiği pozisyonlardan ziyade.
So all the three sessions I had been part of the
Yarın
goal.
nasıl oynayacağını sordum mu? bize bilgi verebilirsin.
Did I tell you how we will play tomorrow? Did I tell you where we have problems? Or?
İlgilendikleri konu Gürcistan'ın bulduğu pozisyonlar ve Türkiye'nin
All,
defansındaki açıkları.
everybody in the opponent as well, the Portugal media and Portugal coach talk about this, Georgian national team created so many scoring chances, and Montella, what are you going to do it, to decrease that opponent could not create so many chances over you? What do you do tomorrow for that?
I have read that my colleague, whom I greatly esteem, said something correct. We conceded a lot of opportunities to score, regardless of whether it's Georgia or another team. But in my homeland, I'm described as a defensive football coach. Well, this other coach says we play too much in attack. As I was saying, the defensive phase is important. It must be more constant, more coordinated, more united, regardless of the area of the pitch where we will be pressing. So whether it's high, medium or low pressing, we must be united, compact. We must keep the different departments, defense, attack and midfield, very close.
Rakip hocamızın söylediklerini okudum açıkçası. Çok saygı duyduğum bir meslektaşım.
What opponent college, Portugal college said, he's right. I agree with him. In Turkey, people say us we are playing without striker. They are saying us that we are not playing with striker.
Bizim ne kadar ofansif olduğumuzu söylediğinde beni mutlu ediyor açıkçası.
When the Portugal coach, our college, tell me how offensive and good team we are, and it makes me very happy. We have to be much compact on the field. It doesn't matter where. It can be on the final third. It could be first zone, second zone. We have to keep the correct distance. We shouldn't leave any block between the lines. If we don't leave any space between the lines, I'm sure that we will show best performance on the field.
Before we give the next question, I would like to remind that we have Interprofile platform, and at the moment I see that there are no journalists raising any hands. If there is somebody who wants to ask a question remotely, you will have a final chance now. And also, final two questions from the press conference room. First question goes to the lady on the left side from my side, please. No, we go. Turkey, correct? We go here and then.
Di solito a scuola interrogano quelli che stanno in ultimo banco, no?
Genellikle biliyorsunuz okullarda en son sıralardan sonra alırlar. Ama burada en çok önden alıyorlar.
General, as you know, in Turkey, people are raising the hand in this last place. But now people are raising the hand from the
Şu anda turnuvanın en
first
tecrübeli
place.
takımlarından bir tanesi. Son 7 Avrupa Şampiyonası'nda da gruptan çıkmayı başaran tek takım. Biz de şu anda turnuvanın en genç ikinci takımı hüviyetindeyiz. Tecrübeyi ve yaşı teraziye koyduğunda bu turnuvada belirleyici olabilecek şey hangisi olabilir ve tecrübe ne kadar fark ettirebilir? Portekiz'in oyuncularının da ne kadar tecrübeli olduğunu düşündüğümüz zaman. Teşekkürler.
The Portugal team has a lot of qualitative players. Which kind of game system would you play against them? If you think about they have really good players.
Bisogna essere attenti sempre, coordinati sempre,
Must always be very, very careful. Always, you must never pause. You must always be very concentrated. We must know they have a lot of quality, but we must also think about our own quality. We are a quality team. We must not be fearful. We must focus on ball possession too, and we want to keep the ball more than them.
Şu şekilde. Her zaman dikkatli ve kompakt olmamız gerekiyor. Dediğim gibi tekrar söylüyorum, mesafeleri en iyi şekilde ayarlamamız lazım. kendi kalitemizle onların kalitesini kırmamız gerekiyor. Çünkü onlarda evet çok kalite var ama bizde de çok kalite var. O yüzden bunun üzerinde durarak kendi oyunumuzu
Well, as I said, we have to focus on possession game. We have also quality, so we will respond the same way, so we can break their tactical system within our possession game.
Yes.
That's what I think.
And the final one in this press conference, gentlemen, fifth row, right side, white shirt, please. Your question is about to finish the press conference.
Vahittin Çiçek TVNet. Hazırlık maçlarından bu yana farklı 11'ler gördük. Yarın da muhtemelen farklı bir 11
Since the front of the game, we have seen with different 11, starting 11. Most probably we will see different starting 11. Is that your decision that you could not keep the stability starting same starting 11 because of the injury players? What do you think about this? Why we don't start with the same players in starting 11 since the front of the game?
Because situations change, because the fitness level of players change, because sometimes someone is injured, and above all because during the match we have 5 substitutions and you cannot think that when you need these players, it will be the first time they come on the pitch and play with their teammates. And quite honestly, I think that more than 11 players deserve to be first choice.